Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Yu-Chieh, and this is a co-work with Professor Jie-Chi, and the title of this work is on the integration of social activities and news express-based learning in construction education. Here I'm showing you the agenda of this talk. First, we're going to introduce the overall work and prior works. We're going to introduce the course goal for this work, and the proposed and the designed teaching strategy will be discussed in the third. And finally, we're going to draw the conclusion. Before that, we're going to show you the experimental result. And this is our learning outcome from students. They could produce a real 3D objects and publishing them into the 2D news and publishing them online. So this is our learning goal. Nowadays, learning modeling with 3D software is very important. 3D models are very quite common in daily life. Like virtual reality, we have 3D environment. For multimedia education, to design the architecture, buildings, houses, 3D models is very important. Modeling 3Ds can be used to increase and improve the creativity for students. In engineering design, 3D models technique is very important. Before doing the real engines, we could design a virtual objects before we go into doing physical object. For space planning, 3D models can be used to show a great work before we're doing a real plan. For communication, movie productions, we could create 3D characters, 3D environment, 3D backgrounds to help audience to realize the movie or to increase the effect of the movie. And some researchers has integrated computer-supported learning with multimedia learning and showing the positive result by integrating higher end 3D models. However, learning 3D is very challenging because you have to have the prerequisites of the 2D image processing. You should have the background in 3D geometry concept. And third, software of the 3D modeling software is very complicated, which has very detailed items, functions, and scripts that needs to be learned in one semester. And to generate a satisfactory works is also challenging because it's limited by the ability of the 3D model technique, and students has a limited knowledge in multimedia processing because they are new in this field, and also they have different background. For communication students, those background should be treated as zero before this lecture because they have different backgrounds in learning mathematics or learning photos and learning arts. None of them learning 3D models before. Some prior literatures also show that integrating high-tech based visualization media for digitalization, the conceptual architecture design has positive result. And some of the literature also show positive result by integrating the project, okay, so that the members or teams could have a nice co-work and increasing their learning outcome. So our motivation is derived from this. 3D model sketching tools in education has shown widely and great successful result in our days. This software is simple and easy to learn. Among them, we choose the Google SketchUp, which can be used to integrate 2D and 3D easily and has a precise measurement to measure the size of the object. And it is pluggable because we could insert new plugin tools to help us to improve the model or prune the model. The most important that we could render it to let the photo almost near to real. And the 3D model software is also interchangeable with and can be co-work with Maya, 3D Max, and Google Earth. Here I'm showing you some of this software. Okay, so this is the result after render. Okay, we can render the object and the work by applying the rendering tool, so that you could render this, and modeling the real light and intensity and the textures. Okay, this is a style. We could convert the entire 3D objects into another style. And this is another style. We could model an MRT head. Okay, for communication students, they could create a virtual studio background. Okay, but it is still difficult for communication students because they are outside students. They don't want to sit in the classroom all day. They want to go in outside to take the photo, take the camera, or to report the news. So that increased the learning and teaching difficulties because all they want to do is to take the real camera outside and write the script to help them and just going outside. They don't want to sit in the classroom to doing computer works. Okay, so in this paper we want to solve this problem by combining the project-based learning and video learning and social activities. Their works should be published online in their social network, like Facebook. They have to promote their work. And in the project-based learning, the students are required to participate in the main subject topics. And then by following the topic, they have to publish news according to the subject in a short time. So they have to doing 3D objects in a short time. And for some advanced topic, we propose and present a video learning lecture to help them learning at home outside from the school. They could choose to watch the video lecture or seek to find a solution in YouTube. In the social activity, they have a strong motivations because their work should be put and posted on their Facebook. And this is our course goal. In the beginning, I give them the 2D floor plan. And then, after some training, they have the capability in doing 3D objects. Finally, they could produce a real houses by insert and design furnitures like table, sofa, cabinet, or toilet. And before I'm going to introduce our teaching strategy, here I'm discuss what is the traditional CAD learning. In tradition, the CAD learning should be focusing on doing the teacher demonstrate their work, and so that every learner sit there in front of the computers and learn how to do after the teacher demonstrate his work. They have to step follow the teacher. But in our teaching strategy, we treat the traditional CAD learning as our pre-processing state, because in our as our discussed before, learning 3D model is very difficult because they have to have a very more and more knowledge about 3Ds before doing 3D software. So in the beginning of their learning, they have to learn how to do in 3D models and familiar with the software. Okay, and then go into our teaching strategy. In our project-based strategy, okay, design 3D models is just a part. The most important is that they have to integrate all of the multimedia like videos, like 3D models, and then integrate them into their news report and publishing online. So our video lecturing will be treated as the supply tool to engage in the students and let them learn at home. This is a screenshot of the video online lecture reel. Okay, more detail, the teaching strategies listed here. In the first 12 weeks, we have the normal training. Okay, so this is the traditional CAD learning stage. Okay, in the second stage, we tell and notify all the students. We have the project in the end of this semester, and we need to let them know we need to classify groups. Okay, which one should participate or which one join which groups are freely. But assigned to different topics is random for equally. And we have two different topics set. The advanced topic is a request for volunteers. For the groups, then choose the second topics. They need to randomly assign them into 5 different topics. Okay, so finally we have 6 topics. One is for advanced topic. They are volunteer. And for the remaining students, they are assigned into the normal topics randomly. Okay, in the following 3 weeks, the learners are learning about how to do in fundamental works, and the teacher doing the fundamental topics in the following 3 weeks. Okay, and they have shown them the real example, which is very closely related to the final project. And at home, they could learn from the video lecture. Okay, and the final week is a kick-off week. They have to do it in a short time, doing everything at a short time. Okay, here I'm going to give you a concrete example. This is a topic. If the topic is about doing commercials, they have to follow in this graph and the given photos and then create 3D models according to these photos, and then doing that and then create and insert a topic like create a store in the first floor, or they choose to publish as online news. They have to publish, okay, according to this, and then insert this graph and then report about this graph. Okay, and this is online lecture URL. We welcome everybody to join that, and by clicking it, and so that it will show you the real online video lectures. Okay, and then the students are learning, could click it and drawing to learn how to doing that. Okay, to doing that and learning. This is a learning lecture for advanced topic, and that's going back here. And this is the overall experimental design. And the testing subjects come from 2 different groups. The first group is still the new media and communication departments, which comes from the 2 years ago, and the testing subjects come from the size is more than 60. The second group is also and has 3 students more. And we also supply for additional tests to test whether our teaching strategy is effective crossing group. Okay, this is a final statistical result of the treatment. Okay, and this is the first group, and this is the second group before and after. Okay, here I'm going to show you after our statistical evaluation. the result is significant positively improvement. Okay, and this is the result. Okay, the first year, okay, the result can be improved over from 82 to 86, and in the pre-test, both groups have no difference. In the second stage by applying our teaching strategy, okay, both groups receive positive and significant result. Okay, and after that we also evaluate both groups. Okay, they have no difference because they apply the same teaching strategy. Okay, so we test different in different years to validate our idea. Okay, so the first year the result is positive. The second year our result is still the same. Have the positive improvement over the pre-test. Okay, and this is an additional test. We also show you that if we didn't apply this teaching strategy for the students, their average score is 77. And by applying our teaching strategy, the overall result can be improved or increased to 86. And the result and the p-value is very, very, very significant. Okay, and we're also doing the satisfactory questionnaire. The result is also positive. Okay, finally, show the conclusion. In this work and this talk, we're gonna tell you, tell everybody we doing the news population work, and we integrate and replace the traditional CAT learning by convert the original topic into publishing news. So they have to learn and they have to know their 3D models should be published online and shared in their Facebook. The second is that we have a large-scale test in 2015 and 2016, and the results are positively, significantly improved. Okay, and this is also true for the 2 different years students. And this is our presentation. That's it.